Lesson 5.5, the y-intercept of the line. This is the second part of the lesson, the real-world example. The line models the amount of snow on the ground during a snowstorm. Here's the graph. They want to know, A, what is the y-intercept of the line and what does the y-intercept represent? And then they want to know, B, what is the slope of the line and what does the slope represent? Well, if we take a look over here at our graph, trying to figure out what the y-intercept is, we know that the y-intercept is the y value at which the line crosses the y-axis. So here's the y-axis, here's the x-axis. Here's our line. The line goes through the y-axis at the point 0, 3, which has a y value of 3, right? It's at 3 on the y-axis. So that's what the y-intercept of the line is. It's 3. But the second part asks us, what does the y-intercept represent? Well, we have to take a look at the units on the y-axis and the x-axis. They will help us understand what the coordinates of the ordered pair mean. So 0 means hours. So at 0 hours, meaning before the snowstorm started, the height was 3 inches. That's what the y-intercept represents. That before the snowstorm started, there were 3 inches of snow on the ground. So let's answer letter A now. What is the y-intercept? The y-intercept is 3, which means there were 3 inches of snow on the ground before the snowstorm. So again, I used the units to help me figure that out, to help me understand what this point 0, 3 is. It was at 0 hours, because that's your x, and 3 inches was the height. So now we want to figure out what is the slope of the line, letter B. Well, we know that the slope is the rise over the run on a graph. The rise of the run between 2 points. So let's have the y-intercept point as one of our points, and then we'll make this point right here, 2, 4. We need to find the rise over the run. So let's start at the leftmost point. The rise is 1, and the run is 2, 1, 2. So it's 1 over 2, but now we have to go back and look at the units to help us understand what the slope represents. Okay, remember the slope, the units for the rate is always the y units over the x units. So it's inches per hour, which basically is saying that there's a half an inch per hour of snow accumulation during the storm. Okay, again, how did I figure that out? Well, the slope is the rise over the run, which is 1 over 2. Okay, if you pick these 2 points, 1 over 2. If you pick these 2 points, it's 1 over 2. It's always the same because it's a straight line, remember. And to figure out the units, it's the y-axis units over the x-axis units. So it's inches per hour. Okay, now you want to try the got it and then watch the video about how to find the answer for the got it.